Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guide 365. In this video, I will be going over the new 4K Ultra HD announcements and pre-orders for June 21st, 2024. Now keep in mind release dates and technical specs are subject to change. If there are any changes or additional retailer exclusives, I will update them in a future video. Also, be sure to check out my previous 4K pre-order videos for titles you may be looking for and were not covered here. Direct Amazon links to the titles listed in this video when they are live can be found on the channel's community page. Releasing exclusively over at Walmart on July 2nd, a Steelbook edition of Cocaine Bear will be available only at that retailer. Another Walmart exclusive Steelbook available on the 2nd will be Angel Has Fallen. This will have the same tech specs as the previous release and once again only available at Walmart. Warner Brothers announced this past week that the official release date for Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, will be coming to 4K. That date is August 13th. Specs include HDR, Dolby Vision, and Dolby Atmos audio. In addition to the slipcover as it's featured here, there will also be a non-exclusive Steelbook. Both of these will be readily available in stores and at various online retailers. Featured in last week's video and already been given a release date update, Game Night, Black Mass, and Focus on 4K are now scheduled to arrive August 13th. While we've had release dates for the following Kino Lorber titles for a number of weeks now, we now have the official artwork. As you see here, Prime Cut scheduled to release on August 20th, The Lady Killers from Kino Lorber the 27th, and Sudden Death starring Jean-Claude Van Damme also coming August 27th. All three of these are currently up for pre-order over at Kino Lorber's website, but only Prime Cut is available everywhere else. I expect the other two to have pre-order listings very shortly. Announced this past week with an August 27th release date, the 4K edition of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes will be available. It will come in a standard slipcover, and there is also a Steelbook listed. Now, it's technically not known if Walmart will be the exclusive retailer for it, but I expect it will be. If it changes, I'll update that information in a future video. This will support HDR as well as Dolby Atmos audio. Earlier this week, the Criterion Collection announced their September lineup, and there's some interesting titles here. As we discussed in last week's video, Repo Man is coming to 4K. The release date will be September 3rd. It will also, according to Criterion, support HDR, Dolby Vision, and DTS audio. The next week, on the 10th, will be All of Us Strangers coming to 4K, which will also support HDR and Dolby Vision. And an unexpected announcement from Sony as Richard Pryor live on the Sunset Strip is coming to 4K on September 10th. According to the specs I've seen, it will fully support HDR and Dolby Vision, but I believe only DTS mono. Honestly, as a side note, this is one of my father's favorite all-time stand-up specials. I wish he was still around to watch it, but if you are a longtime fan of Richard Pryor, pick this 4K up on September 10th. Criterion also announced this week that on September 17th, The Long Good Friday is coming to 4K. So what makes this release particularly interesting to me is while it does support HDR and Dolby Vision, it does not have the Dolby Atmos that's included on the Arrow video version released in the UK, only mono. I know this definitely will be a sticking point for some, so let me know in the comments if you're planning to pick this version up or get the Arrow UK one. And on September 24th, Criterion will be releasing Greg Araki's Teen Apocalypse trilogy. Now, over on Criterion's website, it indicates, from what I understand, that only Doom Generation and Nowhere will be in 4K, but Totally Effed Up is going to be Blu-ray only. And also, none of the films look to support HDR, so keep that in mind if you're planning to pick up the trilogy. And Criterion's last announcement this past week, the 4K edition of Happiness is also scheduled to arrive September 24th. HDR and Dolby Vision will be included as per the specs on Criterion's site, as well as DTS audio. Severin recently announced that a 4K edition of Dario Argento's Opera is coming to 4K sometime in the near future. It will reportedly support both HDR and Dolby Vision and DTS audio. This looks to be a collector's edition, so it's going to be a little bit pricey, and pre-orders are expected to go live soon. And it looks like pre-orders are now starting to go live for the upcoming 4K release of The Bike Riders. We don't have any release date, obviously, or tech specs, but I will update all that information in a future video. It's time to go over this week's international announcements and pre-orders, and as a reminder, most 4K discs are region-free. Heading to the UK on August 12th, it looks like Denis Villeneuve's earliest film, Incendies, will be coming to 4K, but from what I've seen, it does not look like it will reportedly support any HDR. Pre-orders are starting to go live for Second Sight's upcoming 4K release of You're Next. HDR and Dolby Vision are expected, as well as DTS audio. As per usual with Second Sight releases, there will be a standard as well as a limited edition. Coming to Italy on September 30th, the first Slam Dunk will be arriving on 4K. It does not look like it will support HDR, but Dolby Atmos audio will be included. Over in Australia on October 9th, the film Thesis will be coming to 4K from Umbrella Entertainment. HDR will be supported as well as DTS audio. 1 week later on October 16th, the Australian edition of Caligula will be coming to 4K, also from Umbrella Entertainment. Just like our domestic US release, the 4K edition of The Bike Riders is coming to the UK as well as Germany sometime in the back half of 2024. So those are this week's 4K announcements and pre-orders for June 21st, 2024. Don't forget to use the Amazon affiliate link either in the comment section below or on the channel's community page if you're interested in any of the titles I talked about here. And I also want to hear from you. What titles that I listed in this video are you planning to pick up for yourself? And finally, a special thank you to my Patrons for your continued support. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.